everyone out there, welcome back. Hope everybody had a good Valentine's. I did, definitely.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Good for you.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, good for me.
Yeah, good for you.
Well, you know what? If you didn't smash this Valentine's Day, just smash the sub button. Smash us, right?
I guess, yeah.
I guess it's worth it.
Yeah.
I guess it's worth it. There was stopping by Walmart on the way to work to get an energy drink when I noticed when I was waiting in line at the self-checkout, it just caught me. I'm like, these guys are all dressed the same. Like, what's going on? And I look behind me, and it's a group of Mormons.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I was just sort of...
Did you feel dirty?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just sort of chuckled. I almost went, hello, hello, hello. But, you know.
I just stay away from them.
Yeah. Well, when I got to work, my friend Taylor was like, I was telling her about it, and she was like, were they hot? And I was like, they were cute. They were good-looking guys. They were good-looking young. And she goes, exactly. Those are the ones they send door to door. Those are the ones they're trying to get you. You know. Like,
nah.
Hello, we're here from the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints.
I don't think they're doing that now because of COVID. You know,
they're doing it, bro.
Oh, they do.
They're doing it. So I didn't see helmets though. Like I know they like ride their bikes and shit around, but
they didn't. Did they have masks on?
No.
Oh.
No masks.
Oh, no. Shit. So Mormons don't give a fuck about COVID. They're still going to go door to door, huh?
Well, you know how they call it like a murder of crows or like a herd of sheep,
yeah,
a pride of lions. What would a group of Mormons be called?
Morons? No.
That's applicable. No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I don't know.
A congregation to make it, you know.
I don't know. They got too many rules. I couldn't follow.
It is interesting that they
I don't know what kind of rules they have. I just know a couple.
If you're a guy, you're allowed to have as many wives as you want. You're good to go, bro.
I wouldn't even want one, let alone.
It's white Islam.
Isn't it like, oh, so you're talking about that, I don't know if you've seen that show, like, in, like, Las Vegas, he lives in, like, Utah or something.
It'd be Utah. It'd be Utah.
Sister Wives. That guy's a fucking
I've heard about that show, I'm just like.
So that's what, like, the Mormons do, like, they just.
Pretty much.
But you can't have sex till you're married, right?
I don't know all the ins and outs of Mormonism.
I don't either, but I think that's the thing. That right there, I couldn't handle.
I find it interesting that they kind of have the same getup as Scientologists.
Yeah.
With the slacks and the white shirt. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'm just sort of like, why are you repping the same uniform? Like it's.
I thought.
I don't know what I'm getting here. I'm sort of looking for the tan name tag to be like, oh, okay, got it.
I thought, like, for a while, I had a funny skit, like, funny idea, where to actually go to the Scientology building and try to...
It's not far in downtown Clearwater, man.
I know, but try to get, like, the cup test and, like, fail miserably, like, on purpose, but then, like, really fuck with them, but I feel like I would never get out of that. I feel like it'd be a hard time for me to get out, so, yeah.
They could make a documentary about you, though, afterwards, if you do get out. It's happened before. But when I got to work, and I was discussing that with Taylor, I found out that we're shorthanded that day. My boss, my immediate supervisor, not like ultimate boss, but my immediate supervisor is out with COVID. And on Monday, Valentine's Day, the company that we work for went ahead and said that, starting on Monday the 14th, that if you are vaccinated, masks are optional.
Yeah.
And he had some kind of like, outpatient procedure going on like next week. And I guess a prerequisite for that is to get a COVID test. And Taylor said that he hadn't been feeling well for a little bit. I didn't notice myself, but she did.
Did your boss get vaxxed?
Yes. Oh, yeah. He had no mask on Monday. He was around all of us and everybody that, comes into
So you're telling me, is this breaking news, that vaccinated people can still get COVID?
That's not breaking news, but yes, I am telling you.
Apparently some people, it's still breaking news. We don't want to believe it.
I hope that that's not breaking news to you. I hope that by now you... Yeah. And then he hasn't been feeling well either, so it is still affecting him. Like I said, I didn't notice, but I've been around him eating my lunch while he's, doing some paperwork in the office. And, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Not me. lo and behold, I've had it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, like, the antibodies are still active. I'm sure at one point I'll probably get it again.
Yeah. I haven't gotten it yet.
And it'll probably affect me again. Once the antibodies I go to, and then it's like, oh yeah, we've done that, and then it'll be a faster production. Like, that's how it's supposed to work anyway. But yeah, now he's out. So it was kind of a crazy day. But I did find it interesting with him being, a lot, because I was told, like, because he's my immediate supervisor, the ultimate boss had walked by and saw me with my mask around my chin because I'm unvaxxed, because they did kind of a census a week prior.
You're the problem.
Yeah, he kind of went like, and he's always been good to me. He's never given me any issues. He's vaxxed, obviously, because he's walking around without a mask.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, I've done this before. Like how this is not the hill to die on, right? So okay, I'm gonna do the thing. What was upsetting, though, is anytime somebody, as I'm sure you know, and anybody that knows us personally and works for our company knows that they send you a message, a notification that somebody in your location has tested positive.
Right.
And so I was just getting rid of the notification, because I'm like that kind of person. I don't know if you guys are too, or if you are. Like, if I have a little icon about a voicemail or something on my cell phone, I'm just get that off. I'm just I just want to clear it out. It's like clearing it out, cleaning it out. It feels better. So this got issued on the 16th, so 2 days after he was around everybody.
Okay.
The info of the positive test, I guess, came in on the 15th, and then the 16th this was issued. The health and safety of our associates, your family, and the customers are top priority. We were recently notified that an associate, my location, received a positive laboratory result, not just evidence of antibodies and/or a medical diagnosis of COVID-19. All associates who work directly with the affected associate have been notified. I was notified by walking in and starting a conversation, and then, oh, by the way, I wasn't even told by a supervisor.
Right.
Just so you know. All those affected associates have been notified and are undertaking self-quarantine at home for the period recommended by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. We believe transparency in this health pandemic is of utmost importance in order to ensure the health and safety of all associates, your families, and our customers. There's a big fucking lie, clearly. Spread via respiratory droplets, yada, yada, yada. Nevertheless, it's recommended you regularly wash your hands with soap and water, as well as disinfect high contact surfaces. They decided to say it's our current understanding you were not in close contact with the affected associate. That's what really got me under the skin. I'm like,
you were?
You sure?
Right.
This is what's notifying me of this. It wasn't even a supervisor. It was also a coworker. Same job class that I have. She told me. Unfucking believable. Dude, I started to get so fired up. Oh. Your work location was appropriately cleaned and disinfected upon the guidelines. Nothing different happened.
Right.
Nothing different. Nothing different has happened.
Yeah.
It's just the whole thing's been a big fat lie. The whole thing's been a big fat lie. And unfortunately, now it's affecting some people that we do know. A good friend of ours was sent home recently, also works for the same company, because he decided to be honest and upfront, which is an apparent cornerstone that is preached by this company. And he went ahead and said, yeah, like my mom had COVID and stuff, and she also suffers from COPD, so that's not adding any more wonderful news to the current situation at hand. And she ended up being hospitalized. You know, he's been on edge, anxious, depressed. Things that he deals with already on a regular basis are now being amplified because of the situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're all in this together and we're such family. When he decided to go ahead and make mention of it because he thought that was an important thing to do for others, because that's the kind of person that he is.
Right.
He was sent home. He had to get tested because he was negative. He can't claim sick pay
But if he was positive, he could.
I guess so. But he's negative, and they're sending him home anyway, and because it's
to be at home where there is COVID, we're gonna quarantine you in there with COVID. We don't want you to come to work.
Right. Yep.
But hold on. I thought if you're vaccinated or wear a mask, you should be good, right? Either way, right? So if you can come in to work. I'm not gonna sit here and bash our company because we're gonna do that, a while from now. But I just want to say just 2 points to this because I do have because you said your manager had to go to the hospital, whatever. I wanted to kind of share some of my life's injuries and funny stories of me going to the hospital and stuff to kind of lighten the mood.
Yeah, when's the last time you were at the hospital? I haven't been in a hot minute.
Couple years. But I just want quick couple things about our company with these masks, okay?
Okay.
Just real quickly before we really start making fun of myself. With these masks, here's and again, this is another hypocrisy right here, right? So, because I had this conversation with my manager, and she goes, the company really feels strong about masks and really want to protect the employees. And all I'm saying is this: if you really believe that that's the case, then you would make sure every customer that comes in there has a mask on, right? But you don't. But yet you want every
money walking through the door.
But yet you want every employee to wear a mask. Get the fuck out of here.
You're an expenditure.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. All right. I love challenging our company because they flip flop. They flip flop every fucking week. It's a new thing. I didn't even know that this shit was coming out. I had no clue that this was even a heads up. But you know what? It's all good. Let them go without a mask for a week because then next week everyone's gonna have to wear a mask again.
It's already happened once before, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it only lasted a week.
Yeah.
It only lasted a week. That's all. Now you gotta go around and shit.
I didn't get it again. You haven't gotten it once.
I haven't gotten it once. I should be.
It's annoying the shit out of me, actually. I don't want you to get it, but it is kind of.
I want to get it, but I've been trying to get it to get fucking vacay. Okay, I've been trying to get some vacation.
You can live cheap, man. I ate ramen noodles that you can't taste or smell, so why should I spend extra money on something good?
I eat the most healthy shit I couldn't taste.
But that's true. Yeah, you could just eat celery stalks all day. You wouldn't be none the wiser.
We discovered last night. I'm dead. I've been dead for 2 years.
Right.
Right? I've been dead for 2 years.
I've been dead for longer than that.
I'm just saying. I'm still here. I know it really chaps your ass. You've gotten it like 2-3 times, and
once.
I
checked the second time, but it was a seasonal flu.
Every time you sneeze hard and you think it's COVID, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just making observations. But when you asked me when was the last time I went to the hospital, and it was for my thumb was the last time I went.
Oh, okay,
when I sliced it on
I knew
the
you then.
slicer.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. If I hit an artery on my thumb, okay, I still finished my shift. I just I wrapped that motherfucker up, put some gloves on, dude, kept it going, bro.
Yeah, he comes up to me, double cotton gloves, triple latex over it, and it has gauze from the first aid kit, and you're just like, bro, it's still bleeding through, man. Look at this. And you describe the layers. I'm like, yeah, it looks like you got a leaky marker.
My manager helped wrap my thumb up. But hey, if your roommate at your current residence has COVID, you got to go home without pay. But if you slice your thumb on the slicer, you can finish your shift.
Yeah, you can keep going.
That's all I'm saying.
You can keep going.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So how'd they wrap you up, man?
Dude,
how do they have to cauterize the wound?
Yeah, so
I would imagine so. Like if it's hitting that,
they tried not to.
Pumping out the thumb.
I went to the clinic. At first, and they tried to wrap it, and it just would not stop bleeding. So then they sent me to the hospital, and I did hit an artery. Every time my heart beat, it would just like pulse out of my thumb blood, and I'm like, man, I really gotta calm down. And they cauterized it, and it was the worst.
You get like the welder's helmet and just.
Oh my god, dude, it was the worst pain. But I will tell you what was really nice about the hospital was that morphine.
I was gonna say you got a good nurse.
Dude, let me
it won't matter who's treating you at that point.
Let me tell you something, dude. When it first comes in, you get like a little cold. You feel like cold, like your arm. like gets a little cold.
Okay.
Your arm
I've never
doesn't get
had
in.
more.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it down. Your arm gets a little cold, and then you can kind of feel it run through your vein.
Does it get warm then?
No.
Oh.
And then after 5 seconds of that, you're fucking nice, dude. You're fucking nice. And let me tell you something.
Just floating.
Workers' comp was paying for it, so before I left, I asked the nurse, give me another dose real quick for the road.
Oh, hell yeah. You
Get a
might as well.
roadie. Get a roadie. You know what I mean? Dude, it was fucking nice, dude.
Yeah, wasn't it on that manager's, anytime like you called?
Yeah, he still has
There's a picture of you on the gurney. I've seen that.
He
You're
shows
just like,
all the managers too. Yeah, but hey, listen, if your roommate gets COVID, you get to go home without pay though. So,
right.
great job. Still got my thumb.
Still got your thumb.
Still got my thumb.
Bitches.
So I figured to kind of like lighten up the mood and make fun of myself. I have funny stories that you haven't even heard of that I've never
You said
told
you were talking about them or reminiscing with your mom about them.
Yes.
And you guys were just dying, and I'm like,
Yeah.
know a whole lot about this,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
So yeah, I'll do
back.
I got a couple more hospital ones because I didn't go to the hospital for every injury,
Right.
obviously. But I remember one time I was getting an X-ray from my knee, and I was just standing there getting an X-ray. Then all of a sudden, like I just got dizzy, started getting dizzy, and then like I blinked. Next thing I knew, I wake up. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground with like people surrounding me. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
juice.
I tell you what, that split second you get from a concussion, though, you do kind of feel energized. So I hit my head on the floor, so I got concussed. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. That was the injury.
It's explaining. No, it's explaining a lot.
Yeah. So and then I woke up in that split second, and like everybody's freaking out and
Are you in
around me and
pain?
shit. No,
No, you're
I
just still in
I
shock.
woke up like it literally so much time passes by. I just blinked, and they were like, "You were out for 2 minutes," but I blinked.
It's like going to sleep.
Yeah, and like
Just going
that
to
deep,
sleep, yeah.
and a short REM sleep, but you wake up so energized. At least for when I got it, you got
Maybe that's what I should be doing instead of trying to catch 8 hours. Just fucking crack myself over the head before I go.
Well, there was another time when I was sitting on a stool.
Stay up all night and I'm like, I gotta be leaving for work in 2 minutes. And just
There was another time I was sitting on a stool and I just passed out, hit my head on the floor. But as soon as I hit the floor, I got right back up, like
that would
instantly.
creep me the fuck out if I saw that too.
It's
You're
a
just
weird.
Like, hey!
It's like it's a weird.
I'm alright.
It's a weird like reaction that like your body
Why
has.
is he
It's,
passing out so much?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. I'm fucked up, dude. I mean,
Like,
I
was it
fucked
like
up.
you hadn't eaten or
I don't know.
low blood sugar?
I think it has to do.
Kind of coincides with having
It could
not
have been
eaten.
that, but you gotta think like X-rays and stuff, radiation. So if you're like,
Right, how they-
so if you're like,
All those
not-
memes were like, okay, it's totally safe, and they got like the lead vest.
Yeah,
on, and
like-
they're like good.
I
Now
don't.
take one from the side. Love
Yeah.
the camera.
Yeah.
Love it.
I do like getting X-rays because if you get like a hot nurse, dude, and they fucking, because they have to position your body, they
I
touch
don't want a
you.
hot nurse. If I'm in the hospital and I don't want I just want
'Cause you're not
I
laying
want
nice?
You, I want you. No, I want you because it's
What's that supposed to mean? You want me?
no like
What do you mean?
like a guy like you and like I want a fucking like grizzly fucking dude fucking like changing the bedpans. I don't want that. I don't want that. An attractive nurse
what
like
if-
and
what if he
I'm my piss and shit and like whatever in a hospital situation.
You'll be all right.
Ah.
You'll be okay. Not so. Those two, and then I've gotten like 5 other concussions when I was in football, right?
Oh, okay. I don't
Yeah, no, when I was in football. I'm just breaking it
Right,
down.
that's
so I'm
totally
fucked up.
fine.
But
Because we haven't seen a lot of NFL players, after they retire,
Yeah.
like go totally off the rails.
right.
because
I mean, that explains who. I mean, I get it. But I have a lot of stories of me falling. I have fell a lot in my life.
do you have a fear of heights?
I do.
Okay.
But
I'm no psychologist, but I can.
I do have
pick it
fear.
out.
Yeah, I do. But one of the funniest things is back in my younger years when when I was dressing like a thug and sagging my pants. I was wearing
When?
long jeans. Yeah, I still do.
Because I'm a thug.
I was running because I was gonna get beat from my mom. So I was like I was running out of the room, and because my jeans were like so long, I tripped over like my own pants.
Were they Jinko jeans?
Yeah. And I hit my...
You either going to a rave or you thug as shit,
I
right?
hit right underneath my eye with the corner of the table. So it looked like I had a black eye. And everybody around the complex was like asking me if I was okay, if I needed anything, because it looked like I just got
Show us on the doll where they touched you.
Right? Because it looks like I got knocked the fuck out. So everybody was thinking that my mom fucking punched me out.
I fell down some stairs.
No, but she was telling people he's a dumbass. He tripped over his own pants. And
that shit does happen, bro. It does happen.
It does. It was just funny how like everybody was like, "Are you okay? It's okay to tell me." And then,
I tripped when I was running from my mom because I said bad things, and then they were like, "No, it's totally fine." And you like say it again, and they're like, "No."
There was a time when
there's got to be something nefarious here.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can break it down. I mean, when I'm done.
No, I'm just saying in their minds.
Oh, yeah. That I'm like an abused person.
Right. They're like hoping for fucking drama.
Right. There was a time when in second grade, third grade, remember those backpacks that had like the little wheelies on it?
Oh hell yeah, and you could
but I was wearing
telescopic handle.
Right. Yeah, but I was wearing it on my back. So the wheels were like right here on your ribs.
Yeah.
And I was running towards the bus, and I guess it was like either like frost or like cement or whatever.
That's right. You grew up in Pennsylvania initially?
No, this was down here.
Oh no, you were just born there.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I moved down here.
Setting the stage for something else.
I moved down here when I was 9.
Oh. Okay.
Just in case anybody cares. Anyway, so, and so as I was running towards the bus, I slipped and just fell straight on my back. The wheels hit right underneath. So, hold on. So I'm just laying there, and it's really hard for me to breathe. I have my mom yelling at me, telling me, "Get the fuck up." And then I have the bus driver just waiting. No one's checking on me.
Fucking pussy.
No one's checking on me. Yeah, my mom's telling me to get the fuck up. Then I'm getting yelled at because my outfit's dirty now because I have fucking like cement.
We gotta clean all this. Like, look at you.
I couldn't breathe. I'm literally trying to grasp air, and everybody's just waiting on me to get the fuck up. Like,
I see why you have no sympathy sometimes. Like, shit.
Okay,
I'm learning. Are we learning? I'm learning.
What are you trying to say, bud? I'm a dick, dude?
No, it makes sense. Keep going. Keep going. I'm learning. I don't know any of these stories. You can't breathe and everybody's screaming at you. I mean...
Right?
Okay.
So...
What else?
There was a time when I was walking across the street with my mom. She was holding my hand. It was around the same time. And we were going across 6 lanes of traffic.
You get fucking hit by 3 cars and
I almost
fucking move, dude. Get up. Let's go.
I almost did, kinda. I tripped and fell and hit the curb on my side.
Ugh.
And I was just gasping for it, like trying to breathe.
Did you crack any ribs, dude?
I don't know. I don't think so.
And it probably healed incorrectly, and it's just always been like that. You'll never know.
Probably.
Go get another X-ray, but you might pass out.
Yeah, that's... I do have I guess I have a problem with X-rays. I just pass the fuck out.
Radiation, just say no.
Radiation. So I slipped, hit my ribs, and my feet are like out in the road, like in that right lane, and there is a swarm of cars coming. And my mom is she's just standing there telling me, "Come on, let's go, get up, come on, stop being an idiot," that sort of shit. And I'm like trying so hard to breathe, and I couldn't move. And then like last minute, I like move my feet out the way because those cars weren't going to stop.
They were just going to just roll your ankles all day.
Real quick, I just want it makes it sound like my mom was a horrible mother.
I was going to get to that in a minute, but okay.
She was very loving and caring. That's just part of making me a man.
Right.
Don't be a fucking put. You fell, get your fucking ass up.
Fucking dirt. There actually is, and I'll have to show you after the show. I do follow it on Instagram. Is the Be a Man reels? I'll show you a bunch of those.
Okay.
Be a man.
Those were the times I cracked my ribs, or maybe I don't know, maybe not, possibly. There was a time where actually I did forget a hospital story. I was sleeping on the couch, and it was a recliner couch.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, when I turned, I was on the recliner section, and I fell straight on the ground because they fold, and I hit my knee on the table leg, and it felt like my knee was broken. I couldn't move my knee.
Is this why you had to get X-rays on your knee?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just wondering if we're coming full circle. And it's like,
No. So I couldn't move my knee at all. I couldn't put pressure on it. So I had to go to the hospital, and then they just said, no, it's just swollen. I had the way the knot.
Bitch, that's what
they
said.
Yeah, the knot hit perfectly right in the middle of my knee, so I couldn't have it straight or anything, so then I was on crutches. But that was just me falling off the couch.
Jesus,
bro. Right?
All the way to the ER for that.
Yeah. There was a time when I was younger, you know how you just wrestle with your parents and shit, play wrestle, whatever. I don't know. It was a thing. I was into wrestling when I was younger. I was fucking 6, 7.
Yeah. Me and my brothers, but I'm not wrestling with my parents.
Well, that's all I had anyway.
No, that's cool. Okay,
so, just fucking around, and then she pushed me away, and I wasn't expecting it, and I fell all the way back on a table and busted it.
It happens, man. Hey, you pushed me. Can't be mad about that. I mean, you can be mad about the table, but
it's not all bad though. There is something that she also did and these are just stuff that just sticks through my mind, all the time.
Sticks through them.
Unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable.
Just teasing you. Better gription, pick the English.
Right.
The Willisms.
Oh,
I'm writing a book. I've been keeping track.
I hope so.
You always say something.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Hey.
I hate
And they went with the Commanders. The Washington football team decides to name them the Commanders, which is also, instead of the Washington Wills, that would have been great. Look at that. Yeah. Would have been just that smart.
A picture of my beard.
Or just a serious face. Give him a war face. Hang on. We're gonna go Full Metal Jacket here. Let me see your war face. Or a game face. You're fucking angry.
I can't get it.
Good job.
I gotta get into the mood. I just don't get angry on demand.
That's my game face.
The fuck?
But yeah, then they go with the Commanders, and it's almost okay, so you got rid of the the offensive nickname
and then
or team name for
dictatorship.
Right, a type of rank maybe that somebody would have killed those people.
I don't know. Isn't a commander in charge of people too?
Right, that's what I mean.
So
I don't know, man.
So anyway, back to my my injuries. I remember.
More?
Oh yeah, Oh dude, I'm not done. I saved the best.
It's like an infomercial.
I almost saved the best for last. Oh no, there was a time where I've dropped at work a full loaded pallet on my toe.
Oof.
Yeah, I didn't break it, but but I could feel the blood rushing to my toe. It was insane.
Kind of like your thumb.
Fully loaded pallet. Do you know how fast I had to jack up that pallet jack, dude? Okay? It was fucking intense, dude. Let me tell you.
An old-timey cartoon on one of those train carts where you're supposed to have two people on both sides and the train's chasing. You'd be like that. That's what I would imagine.
Yeah. That fucking, ugh. And like I said, fully loaded. It wasn't like an empty pallet that dropped on my feet. It had a lot of shit on it. So, yeah. And then really one of the funnier ones was, Mom was driving, maybe I was 10 or something, and I'm in the front passenger seat, laying down, reclined back. And,
just vibing.
Yeah, just chilling. And she had a Buick or whatever. And back in these days, they didn't have, sensors and fucking 360 cameras and all this other bullshit. Right. They didn't have fucking sensors. Your car didn't vibrate if you're in the next lane. Whatever the fuck. We didn't have that shit back then. So she was gonna change lanes, and the way she would put her hand on the other headrest and just do a quick check your blind spot type thing before you go over your next lane, right? Well, so she did that, but because my seat was laying down, hold on, her nails went into my eyeballs. Hold on, So I'm sleeping. All of a sudden, it feels like a fucking eagle just landed right in my fucking face. I felt talons in my fucking eyes, and I'm fucking screaming. And she's just like not yet. Like she had a late response. She's like, "What?" And then she's like, "Oh shit!" Yeah. And I'm fucking just screaming. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Oh. And she'd be like, "Well, if you didn't have to lay down, you know,
it's your fault."
Yeah, of course. Of course, but I would never forget just that instant pain. It just felt like a fucking hawk just went right into my eyes.
Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, no
but,
thanks.
you know,
good,
anyway, I didn't get it. You know, I didn't lose an eye or anything like that.
No. Yeah, you're good.
And listen, at the end of the day,
it's an accident.
Made me a man.
Yeah. Be a man.
You know, be a man. Made me a. Do you have any like? Did you ever get injured, or do you have any?
I mean, I've got. I would say the latest was. Our buddy Travis, he was having before you met him, he was having a slip and slide backyard barbecue party at his parents' house because they have, it was basically supposed to be built as a retention pond, but it has no water in it.
Yeah.
So it's just hills.
Right.
Basically, man-made. So tarps are laid down, and we have a Bill's Mafia picnic table at the bottom, and we have cups on it. So it's flip cup. So we got, we spray it down with water, lube it up with soap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Both teams, 2 people go sliding down, and then you play flip cup at the bottom. Well, I dislocated my right shoulder twice.
Okay.
In that afternoon, just from going down the slip and slide. Sometimes just for fun. Not even like during the game. I would run up to the top, and I'd jump up, and jumping up, and put my hands up in the air, and then I come down, and then when it hits, it's just the grass and everything else underneath the tarp.
Right.
So I'm just hitting the ground, but my elbow hit the ground, and it shot right up through here, right through the, like almost through the clavicle it seemed, but it was like out here. And I got, pretty dizzy on the way down after feeling the sharp pain like that. It was a very intense, hot pain, searing. And then when I got to the bottom, I just sort of laid there. And I could hear people, and the pain just stayed the same magnification. Like, it didn't get worse, didn't get better.
Right.
It was just still, and I could hear people go, "You all right? Todd?" I don't think he's okay. Hang on, we're coming. And then, everybody came down, and I'm just like, and everybody, whoa! I'm like, oh shit, bro! Like, people are saying we got to take him to the hospital. We got to do this. This kid, I believe his name was Alex. I met him once. I don't remember. Nice guy, and he was like the first one that I could see sitting down in front of me while everybody else was standing around in a circle, and because he went down on the slide with me.
All right.
And I was like, I don't know. Aren't we supposed to like pop it back into place? Isn't that what you do? Like, I think that's what's going on here.
Right.
So what he does is we're both sitting on the ground almost like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
And he grabs my arm, and the first thing he does is starts to push. And it's pushing up more. And I'm like, no, the other way.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, how do you know if you've never done it before, like which way to pull it? But
hey, man, we were having an afternoon. We were a little sauced, tuned up, as you would say.
That would have been funny if he went full pressure and then made it even worse and actually broke it. I mean, it would have been funny.
It was on the way.
It would have been pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then so he pulled, and then right back into play, and everybody was like, "Oh!" and immediate relief. It cooled down like almost instantly. I was like, and he was right there. And I was just like, "Bro."
Isn't that like weird that we just like dislocate it and just like pop it back in? Like, I don't know. I think that's fucking weird.
Yeah, we're like action figures,
Just on your arms. I mean, I don't think you could do that with your legs. Just pop it back into place.
I guess you could try.
If you broke your leg,
your leg, just lay on your back.
in.
I don't know. It's a ball and socket joint at the hip as well with the femur, so I would have to imagine. But it happened a second time in that afternoon, and then when it had done that, of course, the pain was still intense as it was the first time. But mentally, I was like Alex, it happened again.
No, you wanna
pull. Oh. I'm like, all right, I'm done with the slip and slide for the day. And then I went out to downtown St. Pete that night. Got sloshed. It was a good day. Be a man.
was there any other do you have any funny injury stories yourself?
Not funny.
No.
Not particularly funny.
No, just basic.
Yeah.
I remember this one.
It's almost like a legal situation. Yeah, I'm not getting into that.
Oh, shit.
I'm not getting into that.
Okay,
I had to get staples pulled out of my head. They were asking me if I was on drugs because they were putting staples into my head, and I didn't react.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The adrenaline was pumping that hard.
Oh yeah.
And then they drug tested me, and it came back clean.
You want to talk about pain? I got fucking pain.
And then I had to. It was going to be $100 hospital bill to have them pulled out medically. And my mom, as I've mentioned before, is a retired nurse of over 30 years. Give me a staple remover. Oh yeah. I still have the staples. You want me to go get them?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna show them on the next episode then, just so I stay at the table with you. But yeah, no, I'm gonna show you those. I have them in a little. It looks. You know what you would get your film developed in? The little black container with the gray top.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in one of those, and there's staples maybe about like that long.
Damn.
And she pulled them. I just bit down on a rag. Because at first she was like, "You're gonna get mad at me, and you're gonna cuss and be angry," because I was a wild kid in my teenage years.
But they didn't give you anything for the pain or anything
If they did, then
it didn't work.
Well, maybe that's why they mentioned.
Because I would think
I was on drugs because they probably gave me the shot and I didn't react. That's probably how it went down. I don't know. The whole evening was a blur. I was 17.
I'll tell you something right here. I was I think I was 9, maybe, but I had to go to the dentist. And
I know you love the dentist.
No, I don't. This is why.
That I do know you love the dentist. He loves.
No, the fuck I don't. This is why I haven't went to the dentist, and I have because this actually legit, and this isn't a funny.
I'm gonna
story.
work on your mouth.
This gives me fucking trauma, dude. This gave me trauma for real. I was 9, I think, maybe. I don't fucking know, but I had to go to the dentist, and I had a basketball injury to where my front tooth was chipped.
Did you get hit in the face with a ball or something? Like a hand?
No. If you want me to be honest with you, I just tripped over my feet and busted my face on the court.
It's cool, man.
I used to fall.
We like honesty here.
Hold on. Okay. So yeah, I fell flat on my face. No, it wasn't during a play. It was after the opponent scored a basket, and then we were getting ready to run. And I was and I just randomly, just as I'm walking back, I just fucking fell face first on the court, and I chipped my 2 front teeth, and they were my adult teeth. And the one they could just put in, a filler because it wasn't cracked all the way. Right. But one of my other tooth was chipped far enough to where it hit a nerve, and I was constantly in pain. Anytime I opened my mouth, it just, oh my God. So they had to extract it. They had to pull it out. And they didn't give me anything. Okay?
Okay, you're just going in raw.
They're pulling my front tooth out straight up. I wasn't in a gas mask or a sleeping gas, nothing. No gas, no anesthesia, nothing, dude.
Man.
Hold on. You know what they did? They just fucking grabbed nurses to hold me down, and then they asked my mom to sit on top of me. Because
hold them back,
I'm fucking screaming, and then another nurse is getting mad at me because the people out in the waiting room can hear me screaming, and they go, "Can you tell him to calm down? He's freaking people out."
Yeah. It's not a good situation in here.
This is the shit I go through.
Get control of the situation.
This is the shit I go through, but they were literally yanking my tooth out raw, yeah. And that's why I don't go to the dentist anymore. Fuck them all.
You have to go to the dentist, Will.
No, I'm good, dude. I'm good.
You can't not go to the dentist, Will.
Look, I brush my teeth. We're good.
That is good. That is more than most people could say.
That's what I'm saying. We're good.
Once a year, if you do it ever.
Nah, because they're going to find something, and then they're always going to find something. I can't, whatever.
I always find something, dude. It had been 10, almost 15 years, and then I didn't even need a deep cleaning. I had 2 cavities. One because it was a fissure, because I clench my jaw when I sleep, apparently. So they recommended that I buy a mouth guard for, the easy going price of $5,000. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm good on that. So yeah, let's get 2 fillings. Only one from Decay. Way in the back there. So they fill those 2 in, and I'm good to go. Regularly scheduled clinic. Barely even bleed. I'm like, yeah,
Dude, fuck
beautiful.
that.
Because I'm a freak about my fucking teeth now.
I mean, like I said, I brush it. That's it. I'm good. I'm good. Unless if I'm like in serious pain, and that's how I kind of run.
Oh, if I'm in pain, I will dig in there and make it worse just because I'm like, I'm fucking getting it, dude. I will root around in there. I will pull a tooth out my fucking self.
Unless if I'm in pain, I ain't going to no hospital or doctor. I wait until, almost too late. I wait till the last possible minute. But I'm not going for no motherfucking annual checkups.
Be a man.
I ain't doing it. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got that kind of time.
Well, I know at the beginning of this, you were just like, oh, thanks for rubbing it in with the Valentine's Day and everything like that. But I got you a card.
Oh my God, what?
For Valentine's Day.
But you're making it look like we're a couple. I mean, I know you're my boyfriend, but still. I'm just saying.
I got this for you.
Okay, well, you didn't have to. Because, well, now I feel like shit, because I didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day, because I didn't know that was like a thing.
How many times I'm going to have to relate this to why I hate Christmas, but it's not okay for me to do that, but it's totally fine for everyone to hate Valentine's Day? Take the card!
Jesus, nobody gets me like you get me. You guys see this? This is fucking cute. This is what my boyfriend gets me. There might be something wrong with you.
There's definitely something wrong with both of us.
Read that? I mean, that's fucking straight facts.
That's straight
right
fact.
There.
Because it's been a long time since I've been able to really, connect with another dude to the point where it's just like, bro, you're like my brother. Like, how many times have we said that shit back and forth? I never thought from the last one that I'd be able to get a chance to have something like that again.
I'm sure we've said it, but not actually, met or felt it. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, I'm sure you had, childhood friends.
Right.
That you were like, oh, man, you're like my brother, whatever. But, at that time, you didn't really, mean it or,
But even high school, post-high school.
Right.
And then I'm just like, man, now I'm 31. And I'm just like, and when I was 30, that's when I met you. I'm like, right. Yeah. New friendship, that ain't happening.
Right.
No, and here it is.
What'd you say when you first met me? You saw how.
Oh yeah, you walked in. I was all happy and meeting new people. That's how I am. I'm just getting out there. He walks in and I'm just like, hey man, I'm Tyler. How you doing? And he just goes and just walks up. I'm like, that guy's gonna be my buddy. He doesn't know it yet. He doesn't fucking know it yet. But I'm gonna crack that veil, man. I'm going to get behind that wall. He's putting up a front.
2.5 years later, here we are. You know what I mean? And
now I'm learning even more of why. The fear of heights thing right there. And going back to Valentine's Day, I just want to touch on this real quick. Okay. I'm going to stop being angry after this.
Okay.
There are a couple of girls that I'm friends with on Facebook or Instagram that are posting on their stories things of just maybe they were alone for Valentine's Day. I'm very sorry about that. But they're going angry mode, where it was a post that said that you don't need to be a man's therapist.
Who said that? These
I'm not gonna name who.
No, but I'm saying women are saying that you.
I've seen a couple of posts that were just you're not responsible for being his therapist kind of thing. And when I thought about it, I was just like, okay. At first it hit me. I was like, yeah, that's not her. That isn't her response. For all the issues. But then I thought about it a little bit deeper, and I was like, when I thought about my relationship, I'm kind of I'm the therapist. So, considering that, because she's an overthinker, has extreme anxiety, I'm constantly reassuring, I'm constantly listening to the issues that are going on,
right?
Within her mind, and I'm helping her think it through and everything like that. I'm not upset about listening to it. You do even if it's been a long day, right? Yeah. And then I started thinking about that post a little bit further, and I'm just like, what the fuck then? Actually, yes, you do sometimes have to be his therapist. As where sometimes he has to be yours. That's when I went through my depression. Not only you, but she was there.
Yeah. And
didn't back down from that. It's not like she hasn't done any of the heavy lifting either.
Right.
And that's the point. So stop promoting one side of it just like, look, if the guy's coming home and he's just like a fuck and he's all up in your shit about everything, like that's one thing. But to say that, that's like how you had said. Forgot where I was going with that. Go ahead and take it away, buddy. Give me another drink.
Well, there you have it.
I'm just fucking. It got me fired up. It started making me think. If you were gonna have a baby, that's what it was. If she's pregnant, like if Lexi were to say some shit like that to me, like if I was going ahead and dishing about my issues all the time,
Yeah.
and she had enough of it or doesn't have the patience for it, that's really ultimately what that post was describing for me. Was obviously you're very self-centered.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't have patience to sit there and listen to somebody or have the patience to work
you
through it
would
with
want
them on a
someone to do
consistent
that.
basis. If you needed it, yeah, you should be allowed to have it, obviously.
Right.
Whereas it's the other way around for me, where I'm the one constantly helping her. But in my times of need, she steps up every time.
Exactly.
But let's just say that she goes ahead and says that to me, like if I'm the one always dishing it to her, and she's like, "Oh, I don't need to be your therapist. You need to go fucking, you've had enough." All right, let's say I get her pregnant and she's having the baby. And she's like, oh, where's Tyler? Look, I need to be like, whoa, doctor, right here. They're gonna do it. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be out in the hall.
Yeah.
I brought my PlayStation. They told me I can hook it up to this TV. Like, I'm ordering Taco Bell. You want anything?
Yeah, it's relationships.
Dope.
Relationships are tricky.
Could you imagine?
Relationships are tricky, and man, I mean, especially now, if you got people freaked out with COVID and all this other bullshit, it's really hard. It's really hard, right? But it's really hard to even start one nowadays, and it's constantly just like how they race bait you. They similar to how they race bait you, how they're always like, women and men, how they try to like pin it against each other, like.
I can agree with what Louis C.K. put it out perfectly. It was like racism's like an error. You know what I mean? Like you were brought up to believe this sort of thing instead of actually, because you can just go out and have experiences and understand that those predispositioned prejudices that you have are not true, and you can work through that.
Yeah.
Whereas sexism almost isn't really going anywhere.
What I was looking for,
right.
Yeah.
That's almost not going anywhere because we're just inherently different.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but like find the beauty in those differences, which is what her and I do. Like, and joke about them too. I joke about fragile male ego to her all the time. Lighten up, guys. Be a man.
No, dude, here's the thing, man.
And so, same thing. Every now and then, get off your high horse, and every now and then recognize that you're going to need me to open the pickle jar.
Right.
I told Lexi that's the only reason women keep us alive. You guys are intelligent. You live longer. You're kind, you're loving, you have all this shit going for you. I'm just saying. But you're going to need us to open that pickle jar, goddammit. So that's why we're still here.
No one.
She laughs.
No, yeah.
She knows I'm joking. She knows she can open the damn pickle jar if she wanted to. Doesn't take offense to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'll get a rag and open it. I'll run it under a hot tap it on the counter. But you know what? Sometimes she goes through all those methods and still needs me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, no one's perfect, man. And just really at the end of the day, at least what I would look for nowadays as I'm older is just like a good, like, have like a teammate, like, mentality, like us versus the world sort of thing.
Sometimes she's got to be my therapist. But sometimes I got to be hers.
Exactly.
And we have to.
It goes both ways.
You can't have, what did Dolly Parton say? Like, you can't have sunshine without a little rain.
Yeah. All right. But and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why like my last relationship didn't work out well, because it wasn't a team thing. It was like a 90-10 sort of relationship, and that's
sometimes
not gonna work.
Will flow based on what's going on in those people's lives.
Or
sometimes it's going to balance like 60-40, 75-25.
Right.
But help pull that other person back to the center.
Yeah.
And then watch them go ahead and push it 60-40 on their own and the other way, even when it's not necessary.
Right. So before we go, I have one quick little story I just want to share with you.
Okay.
One last funny story that just popped into my head while you were talking.
All right.
And this is the last time I ever got injured, but I was hopping a fence when I was a kid, and
that's the last time you ever got injured?
No, I'm sorry. That's no. But this is the story.
Okay.
I don't know. Look, I was hopping over the fence, and like they still had like the metal fencing that they put the chain
Those
up.
little crisscrosses.
Yeah,
and shit.
sticking up, right?
Oh yeah, they
And-
don't fold them down yet.
And as I was like, kids jumping fences back then, they could just jump over it, whatever. Well, I couldn't. I had to climb and go over it. As I was going over it, my pant got stuck, but I didn't know of it, and like I felt a little tug, and then I just jumped all the way off the fence, and it ripped my pants to where my ass and like the whole middle section. So when I stood up, I had a fucking flap in the front and back. It just split right in the middle, and then apparently it also like cut like my inner thigh or whatever, because then I was like bleeding too. So yeah. I don't know. It was a funny little story. I thought.
No girl ever wants to dance with a fool who went and ripped his pants. God, it's no joy. We're learning a lot. And now I totally understand why. And you know what? With those chain link fences, I think I was 5. We were trying to hop a fence to get a kickball back, like a dodgeball type ball.
Yeah.
And with the crisscross like that, and it went.
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah. I was squealing like a fucking banshee, man.
Real quick, do you like watching like fucking like the pimple poppers and all that shit? Dude.
No. I get that there is a reaction. I have to admit, some people get off on that shit. I find it repulsive. Some people find satisfaction, I guess, somehow it's almost like the eliminating of it, like the draining of, like you're getting, like, because I could sense that, like, if I have something, I'm not going to videotape it, I'm not going to show somebody, I'm not going to talk about it.
Quick, grab the camera.
Right. I know that it's better for me to get that out.
Right.
Whether it's an ingrown hair on your leg, whether you got a pimple on your face, right. Whether your gums are infected, whatever it is. So, and then, you drain it, and you know that that's a better thing for you kind of thing. Watching it get done to somebody else, and some of the monstrosities that are just going ahead and growing on people, it's a bit much for me. But people do really dig
to
it,
address
man.
something, that and the fucking, the toe one. The funky...
Oh, the toe bro? The toe bro? I heard about the toe bro. Dude, I have yet to look at that.
I walked in to my house one day. I opened the door, and we have a big fucking TV, and my mom's watching the fucking toe bro. I see a disgusting toe, and they're fucking scraping it and shit. That's what I see when I walk in. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And of course, what's my mom saying? Oh, stop being a pussy.
Be a man.
There you go. Be a man. There you have it.
That's pretty much the lesson of the day.
Just be a man. Stop being a pussy.
Till next time.
Till next time.